Viewers, brace yourselves, because the unthinkable has just happened. Sean Diddy Combs, once one of the most powerful names in music and entertainment, has broken down in despair. His last lifeline has been cut off. President Donald Trump has made it crystal clear, Diddy will not be pardoned. Instead, Trump has all but ordered the court to lock him away for life. The bad boy mogul who once lived like royalty is now staring at the reality of spending the rest of his days behind bars. But what exactly pushed Trump to slam the door on Diddy? Was it politics, personal betrayal, or years of scandals finally catching up to him? Tonight, we dive into the story that has shaken the music industry and Hollywood to its very core. For decades, Diddy was untouchable. The flashy parties, the endless wealth, the aura of power. It all painted a picture of a man who could never be brought down. But beneath the glittering lifestyle were whispers of abuse, intimidation, and corruption. Cassie Ventura, his longtime partner, spoke of manipulation and violence. Other women came forward with harrowing stories of being controlled, silenced, and exploited. Yet through it all, Diddy managed to evade the kind of justice that ordinary men would never escape. Suge Knight even once suggested that Diddy was a federal informant, protected by powerful connections. But as the lawsuits piled up and as prosecutors dug deeper into his alleged crimes, the wall of protection around Diddy began to crumble. Fast forward to this summer. The trial of Sean Combs rocked the country. Diddy was convicted on 2 charges related to prostitution and human trafficking across state lines. Though he was acquitted of more serious racketeering charges, the conviction alone was enough to seal his fate. His legal team scrambled, begging for bail. First a $1 million bond, then $50 million secured by his Miami mansion, passport surrender, and home confinement. But the court wasn't buying it. Prosecutors painted him as a dangerous man, someone who used violence to control women, someone who was still a threat to the public. The final nail in the coffin? Trump's chilling response. In a Newsmax interview, when asked if he would consider pardoning his former friend, Trump admitted they once got along, but then recalled how Diddy turned against him when he entered politics. Diddy had publicly trashed Trump, warning that if Trump got elected, America could face a race war. He even launched his own political campaign to oppose Trump. Those words came back to haunt him. Trump smirked, admitting it made things more difficult, and then essentially closed the door on any chance of mercy. The fallout has been explosive. Fans are in shock, watching their idol collapse in real time. Some believe Diddy is finally paying for years of crimes and abuse. Others argue that Trump is using personal grudges to destroy him. Rival rapper 50 Cent wasted no time rubbing salt in the wound, sharing old videos of Diddy's rants against Trump and tweeting that Diddy ran his mouth too much. On the other side, Cassie Ventura's legal team called Diddy's defense a disgrace to abuse survivors. Media outlets have dissected Trump's words, with some legal analysts warning that even hinting at a pardon during a trial could sway jurors. But the reality is this: Diddy is locked in a cage, his once glamorous world reduced to a cold prison cell. Behind the scenes, there's an even darker twist. Reports claim prosecutors are pushing for a harsher sentence than the guidelines suggest. Instead of just a few years, they're asking the judge to keep Diddy locked away for decades, maybe even for life. On top of that, new lawsuits are piling in, including one accusing both Diddy and his son Justin Combs of luring a woman in 2017 and subjecting her to abuse. And shockingly, at least one of the civil lawsuits now alleges that a minor was involved, which could change everything. If prosecutors add charges involving minors, there is no wiggle room. Diddy could face mandatory decades behind bars. Legal insiders say Diddy's defense is falling apart. His attorney tried to argue that since Diddy didn't physically participate in some of the freak-offs, he shouldn't be convicted. But prosecutors fired back, pointing out that he orchestrated everything, provided drugs to victims, and controlled the entire environment. That, they argued, makes him guilty beyond doubt. Commentators also note that Trump's refusal to pardon Diddy may have sealed his fate, not just in court, but in public opinion. Trump forgives, but he doesn't forget, one insider told the press, adding that Diddy's decision to openly challenge Trump years ago was the biggest mistake of his career. This isn't just about Diddy, this is about legacy. For years, he was seen as a music mogul, a billionaire, a man who built an empire. But now, his name is synonymous with scandal, abuse, and disgrace. If the court goes with the prosecution's push for a maximum sentence, Diddy may never see freedom again. The image of him crying in court, deflated and broken, is a far cry from the swaggering bad boy for life persona. The empire has crumbled, the money and fame can't save him, and the streets, once loyal, are turning against him. We've seen this story before. Bill Cosby. R. Kelly. Powerful men who thought they were untouchable finally brought down when the truth came out. But Diddy's fall feels even more dramatic because of how deeply he was embedded in politics, business, and entertainment. He was friends with Trump. He was a king of New York. And yet, in the end, his own words, his arrogance, and his past sins may have been the very things that destroyed him. Just like those before him, Diddy's story is a warning that no matter how much money you have or how many people you intimidate, justice always catches up. So here we are at the end of an era. Sean Diddy Combs, a man who once ruled the music industry, now faces the possibility of life in prison. Trump has turned his back, the courts have denied his bail, and prosecutors are demanding the harshest punishment possible. His downfall is almost complete, but what do you think? Should Diddy be granted a second chance, or has his time finally run out? Let us know in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on this shocking story.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.